Part 3. Become the prayer. We have now arrived to the single most important technique when it comes to manifestations. And this is the key to everything. If you forget about everything we talked about earlier, don't. They make this technique even better. But if you only keep this, you'll do better than most. Hi, my name is Carl and I am not AI. Everything you hear have been written by hand and recorded by a human with a real microphone. Mispronunciations will be made. As I discussed earlier about it's easier for rich people to get richer because of the structure is already in place, but that's just half of the truth. The more important part is that it's the natural order of things. They expect it. As Morpheus said to Neo during the Kung Fu scene in the first Matrix movie, "Don't think you are. Know you are." Example: if you hold a pen in your hand and release it, what will happen? No, really, I pose a serious question here. Will it fall down to the floor or will it fly up to the ceiling? Do you know? How certain are you? 50%? 80%? 100%? Most people will say with 100% certainty it will fall to the floor. It's the feeling that is so obvious that even thinking about it feels like a waste of time. That's the feeling of absolute certainty. Another example: when I drive my car to do the shopping, I am already at the shopping mall. I have no doubt I will arrive. I know I will not arrive anywhere else. Sure, there might be traffic congestion, maybe I will encounter some roadwork on the way, or some loving bicyclists will respectfully take up half the road, slowing down the traffic to a crawl. But none of that dissuades me from knowing I will get to my destination. I don't doubt I will do my shopping. It's the natural thing to happen. In a way, it has already happened. I'm basically just waiting for the world to catch on. Okay, Carl, I hear you say. This is all fine. I understand the feeling now. But that's an easy thing to say. That knowing you are is the key to becoming. And where you stand at this moment, it might look impossible to manifest anything with conviction, because in my heart I know I am not. Well, the answer is, you don't have to. Really, you don't have to. The key of becoming lies entirely in the doing. This is one of the many great things David Hawkins talked about. Be the field. Be the contents of your desires. Be the prayer. I would recommend you to watch the video by Veritas Publishing titled "Be That Quality" if it's still around. In this video, David Hawkins talks about how things start to happen spontaneously when you are being what you want to be. Not desiring, not wanting. Everything happens spontaneously as a consequence of what you have become. Actions comes first. Beliefs come later. Let's get back to the car for a moment, just to illustrate the mechanism. When you are driving your car, are you thinking that you are driving in a car? Sure, the first 50 or maybe 100 times you did. But after taking the car every day, you don't even notice that you are in a car. It's automatic. The car has become an extension of yourself. Passing through that crossing that used to heighten your anxiety, now you are thinking about what yummy stuff you will cook up for dinner. You are barely in the car any longer. Right now, your body and subconscious are doing the most of the work. How did you get from a position of feeling, I'm a fake, poor me, I'm not the driver, I am dangerous in traffic and I have no clue what I'm doing? By doing. Repeatedly, over and over again. In the Karate Kid movie, the boy had to paint the fences until the correct movement was embedded in his subconsciousness. One time, not too long time ago, when I was stopping at a red light, I came to the sudden realization I had no clue which pedals did what in the car. I actually started to panic. How am I going to turn when the light gets green? People will start honking, screaming, and next time I was in control of my thoughts again, I was already past the crossing. The light had turned green and my body took over. My analytical thinking mind created the anxiety and confusion, but my body and subconscious had everything under control. I am not going to dwell on this for too long, but just to make the illustration very clear. Stand up and walk across the room. Now, turn your back this time, but before you go back, put all your attention on every movement you are supposed to do before you do it. How to balance your body, etc. Either you will start walking in extreme slow motion, or you will not be able to move forward at all. Knowing is a skill, and as with any skill, it can be learned. How do you learn? You do it every day, multiple times per day. And push yourself out of your comfort zone. Not too much though. If you bring in too much, you will likely not be able to handle the load. You back out and lick your wounds. If you go to the gym being untrained, not warmed up, and push yourself with crazy weights, you will end up in severe pain and you might even break stuff in your body, resulting you most likely having to go to rehab to fix your injuries. In the next couple of videos, I will go into different techniques and ways you can become what you want in a controlled, practical manner. When breaking inertia, when you go from a place of no motion and intentionally move forwards to a defined goal step by step, what you are manifesting is this: pay attention, universe. I am reshaping my world with determination and action, and the universe looks at you with admiration and will respond in kind. But as with any teachers who sees the pupil is ready for the next level, the universe will also test you. Can you solve this puzzle? Will you give up if you find a little resistance? What will you do if I place a whole mountain in front of your goal? Will you turn back? Will you climb over it? Or perhaps there are ways around it? Just one more example before I let you go, just to illustrate the last point. A friend of mine had been doing YouTube videos for some years, and while he was quite good at it, he didn't get a huge amount of followers or any significant amounts of watchers. After spending a few months trying to figure out what he was doing wrong, one day he realized that the problem was not him not being good enough. The issue was the subject he was making videos for was for a very small niche. He started a new channel and started playing around in a much bigger pond. This became a success. He still makes videos for the smaller audience because that's where his heart lies. But his success was by breaking out of his own self-created constraints. Now we know the best way to manifest. Next up, let's see how we can put this into practice. Actions come first. Beliefs come later. You become what you are.